Most leadership problems don't start in strategy. They start in your body and your nervous system. They start in a moment from childhood you didn't choose, a moment that still shows up today in meetings, decisions, and how you lead. Fix the root and pattern stops. Ignore it and it repeats forever. Stay with me. I will show you how this one framework changed everything for me. When I was running my first company, I thought I was a bad leader. I thought I wasn't good at leading people or getting things done because things often didn't go my way. So I told myself, be tougher, be smarter, work harder. But the truth, I wasn't a bad leader. I was leading from an unsafe part of me, part that learned this. I must control every small detail to feel safe. If a report was late, I panicked. If a plan changed last minute, my chest tightened. If someone questioned me, something inside me collapsed. On the outside, I looked calm. Inside, I was fighting a storm, and I didn't know why. Every trigger, every overreaction was not the world attacking me. It was a part of me saying, I don't feel safe unless everything is perfect. And until I understood that part, nothing I fixed on the outside ever stayed fixed. We praise hustle, we praise control, we praise being strong, but we never teach leaders how to feel safe inside themselves. So, what happens? We try to control everything, we overthink small decisions. We snap at small problems. We micromanage because uncertainty feels scary. We feel guilty when we rest. And then we think something is wrong with us. But really, we are just running from something inside. And you can't outrun something that is coming from within you. This is where CoreConnect comes in. It fixes leadership at the root, not by pushing harder, but by connecting back to the parts of you that learn to survive the world. Three simple steps, and you will feel deep transformation and you get back to your real authentic self. So, there are three steps of Core Connect. So, first step is origin imprint. Here we find the moment your body learned the rule. Like I learned the rule that I must control everything to be safe. So for me, this came from a time in my life and I felt very helpless. A lot of painful things happened. And I learned that the only way to survive was to control every situation and push myself harder and harder. And my body grew up believing if I don't control everything, something bad will happen. Maybe you learn some different rule or at some different moment, like being compared with a sibling, having to be a responsible one, being scolded for small mistakes, feeling ignored unless you perform well. So these moments write some rules in your body, in your nervous system, which you still follows without you knowing anything. So we don't relive the past, we just find the root so it stop controlling you now. So this was the first step. The second step is protection loop. So this is the part that changes everything. When you learn the rule, like I learned that I must control to be safe, my mind creates a survival identity. Like I become a controller, so this was my identity. So for me, everything had to be perfect, every small detail had to go my way. For others, it might be identity might be overachiever, the pleaser, the perfectionist, the fixer, the loner. And once this identity formed, the behavior follows. Like my identity was controller, so my behavior was double checking everything, redoing other people's work, staying up to staying up late to fix things, making backup plans for backup plans, feeling anxious when you can't control an outcome. So this whole system is protection loop. But this system protected you once, but now you know you don't need it. Now it is stealing your peace. So we don't fight these parts because when we fight them, they become stronger. So what we do, we just meet them and we understand them, right? And we let them rest. We tell them that we don't need them now. So we feel free again. So this we do in third step, which is core reset. So in this step, real identity shift happens. So we help this part inside us to release old beliefs. Like I had believed that I must control everything to be safe, right? So whatever our protector part is, like the controller, overachiever, loner, so we tell them that you don't need to work hard anymore, and we build a calmer leadership identity. We build a new leadership identity, like from controller to one who attacks situations, trust people, from overachiever to one who is balancer, right? So when I build a new identity now I'm not controller. Now I'm a calm person. So now my whole response to the situations, my whole behavior changes. Like now I respond instead of react. I trust instead of panic. I delegate without fear. I stay steady even when things change. And I lead without losing myself. So this is not survival now. Now it is alignment. So we move from survival identity to alignment, to authenticity, and leadership without force, leadership without fear. So if any of this feels familiar, so you might be here right now because maybe you have different kind of issues. Maybe you overthink simple choices. You feel tight in your chest under pressure. You get irritated by small mistakes. You redo your team's work just to be sure. You feel tired on easy days, or you get stressed when plans change suddenly. So, all these are not strategy problems, they are core connect problems. So, think of your leadership like wearing glasses with fog on them. So, when glasses are foggy, small problems look big. Simple tasks feel confusing. And even when people are supporting you, you can't fully see it. Because that fog is that is your old fear, old control patterns, old stress your body never released. The core connect mechanism doesn't change your vision, it just clears the glasses. And suddenly everything looks easier, lighter, and more possible. So I have seen this shift and experienced this shift in my life again and again. Like I stopped panicking, I stopped controlling, I started trusting people, trusting situations, trusting life, and people I worked with. Different founders, I have seen that now they work less, they are more calm now, right? They are able to live a fulfilled life, have better work life balance, they're able to take rest, they're able to take leave without guilt. So when your root shifted, your inner world shifted, your outer world shifts automatically. So imagine that this is your hardest day of life and you stay calm, your voice is steady, your chest is open, your decisions are clear, your team trusting you, and you go home and you actually feel like that you are at home. You are not in the rush. And that is the core connect shift. So if you do one thing today, do this. Just notice one trigger. Maybe someone on your team changes a small detail, or your chest tightens for a second, and a part of you feels that you are losing control. Then ask yourself, what fear is showing up for me in this moment? Maybe it is the fear of things falling apart. Maybe it is the fear of being blamed. Maybe it is the fear of looking unprepared. Maybe it is the old belief that you are only safe when everything goes your way. So that when question begins, core connect. Because when you understand the fear, you can finally support the part of you that carries it. And if you want to guide me you through this work, send me the word core, because healing your triggers doesn't just make you a calmer person, it makes you unstoppable.